This is Gadget Stop 321. In today's video, I'm taking a look at the Pilot FriXion Fineliner. This is the first friction pen I've ever tried, and in fact, I haven't even tried it yet. It's got a snap cap. It's a fine liner. I like the look of this friction pen. A lot of the friction pens have an obvious eraser on top. This eraser doesn't look or actually feel like an eraser. The friction erasers aren't like a pencil eraser. They're a hard, kind of rubbery plastic eraser. And I like the looks of this pen. This side looks pretty sleek. It's got, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You can see the little stripes that run around the barrel. It's a slick black with light gray stripes and silver branding. The only downside is the other side, all the brand information on it. It's got the barcode and everything. Too bad it's not a sticker that you can peel off, but you know, just hold it on this side if you don't want to see the other ugly side. Like I said, this is the first friction pen I've ever tried. I'm going to try it on 3 different types of paper and see how it works. The first paper I have here is Leuchtturm. And this is the notebook that I use whenever I'm helping my daughter study for a math test. Let's see. It feels good. It looks, it's not really black. It's more gray. Let's see. All right. Let me compare that to, where's my other pen? Yeah. I'm going to compare that to a Sharpie fine liner. Okay, you can see how much darker the Sharpie is. The friction pen looks like a gray marker, but it felt good to write with. Let's see how it erases. Okay, you have to apply a bit of pressure. But wow, it erases really well. Okay, I think I like that. Let's try it on, I'm going to try it on my old Moleskine notebook. And this is not great paper. I had this notebook before I started using fountain pens. You can see right about here is when I started fountain pens. My dad gave me some fountain pens that he dug out of a drawer. So you can see how bad this paper bleeds. So we'll give it a try here. Considering how pale the ink is, I'm pretty optimistic that this will work okay. We'll just see how well it erases. It's pleasant to write with. I like the width of the line. I don't know how long you should let it dry, but okay, more porous paper, and I kind of had a feeling this would be the case. Let's see. The more porous the paper is, the deeper down into the paper it gets and the harder it is to erase. But it's the friction that erases it. I think the heat from the friction. So let me zoom in a little here. It does erase it. There's a little bit remaining. But if you just make sure it heats up enough, well, it still works even on a porous paper like this. So that is good. Now, the next paper I'm going to try is Tomoe River in my little Hobonichi Techo Avec. I have concerns here because this paper is so thin. I think it'll perform well writing, but with the amount of force that you have to apply to erase it, I have some concerns. So let's see how this works. Okay. After this, I'm needing to go walk on the treadmill, so I'm going to write treadmill on here. This is my activity journal or health journal, fitness journal, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Okay, give it a second to dry. Okay, it will smear a little bit. On this less absorbent paper, you've got to give it time to dry. Let's see. Okay, that's dry now. Well, I didn't have to, since the paper's not, or since the ink's not absorbed down into the paper, I'm not having to apply as much pressure. All right, let me see. I want to see what it takes to erase the whole thing. How well. It takes more effort than it would for a pencil. And let's see, the part that I didn't wipe away, where the ink kind of puddled up and dried, that's a little bit harder to erase. And it is, you know, it's kind of crinkling up the paper, but not bad. It's leaving a little bit behind. I don't want to erase so hard that I tear the paper. But, so, I would say it's not ideal for Tomoe River. It's better for thicker papers. The one that it performed the best on was the Leuchtturm, but, you know, even the Moleskine, it didn't perform poorly. So, I hope this was helpful. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel.